It's like when I ask people to like and subscribe. Thanks, but no
Hey,
thanks.
thanks. We actually did get one last episode. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
right.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Very good.
Red hot underdogs rocking the night. Abs acting blue, we bringing the fight. Talk about the game ain't just one side. Whistles blowing, sirens loud lights. Energy pumping, scheming plot. Nothing too small, nothing forgot. Boxing gloves and footy kicks. Sport and
Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Red Hot Underdogs. I am Anzac, and with me today, sometime when you are watching this, is the ever incredible, long contained, often imitated, never duplicated, Drewy.
Hey, buddy. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the podcast that wishes that they could help you out if you are currently having a heart attack on a golf course right now as I speak.
Yeah, I guess we do.
Why not? Yeah, the intro is different, but we're different.
Yeah.
It's been a busy week.
What about a what about on a tennis court? You know?
That would be more appropriate given the fact that it's been the Australian Open.
That's right.
And
That's
I think we should crack straight in. What do you reckon?
I reckon we all have a Wonder Woman in all of us.
Yes, correct.
That's a yes. That's a yes.
I agree.
Australian
Well,
Open.
you've got to say yes. You can't say no, otherwise
No,
you get in trouble.
there's no no.
That's
There's
right.
only yes. There is no today. There is no tomorrow. Wait, what? There's today, but there's no tomorrow. Is that right? I forgot. So yeah,
Something like that. Something like that.
yeah,
So we do have a new women's final winner at the
yeah,
Australian Open for
yes,
2025,
yes.
Madison Keys. What did you think? You watched the game? Watched the game in its
Oh,
entirety?
I watched the whole tournament. I thought we could talk
Good.
about the whole tournament, but I did watch that game. I was going
Yes.
for Sabalanka. Is that correct?
Hmm.
Sabalanka. I was
That's correct.
Sabalanka. I wasn't
Yeah.
at the start. I thought I was going to go for Keys because remember she was the one that knocked out Danielle. You know what was her name again? Danielle.
Danielle Collins, I
Yeah,
think, was
Danielle
it Danielle
Collins.
Collins?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched that
Yeah.
match where Danielle Collins won and beat the Aussie and was booed at. And we actually
Yeah.
haven't spoken about that. Have we spoken about that on Red Hot Underdogs?
Not on Red Hot Underdogs, but we've got a fair bit to cover today.
Yeah.
But I think we probably stick to the final at the moment. We might
Okay.
get to it later.
Moving on from Danielle. So I kind of liked Madison Keys because she kicked out that chick. And but during it, I have no
Yes.
I changed who I was going for. Is that okay? Is that something you do, to change mid-match who you're going for?
Yeah, of course. And particularly when there's no Australian in the final,
Yeah,
you're more than welcome to change sides.
yeah.
I had no real dog in the fight as it was, but very happy to see Madison Keys win because she'd actually never won a major before.
Yeah,
So to see somebody win for the first time is excellent. And
yeah.
her backstory is actually quite incredible because she turned professional in 2009 on her 14th birthday,
Ah,
February 17th, 2009. So she's been a professional for a very, very long
what
time.
is she 33? Like she's no
It's the
spring chicken.
16th year. She'll be turning 30 this year. She's
Okay,
currently 29. She'll be
okay.
turning 30 next month.
Yeah, which is no
So
spring chicken for a tennis player. I know we talked about Djokovic, and we're going to talk more about him like being 37, but that's
yeah.
that's way over the hills. For men's, it's even more over the hills. It's up the next hill, you know?
Yeah, well, this was a good thing for her because she was actually a highly touted teen prodigy. And when she did turn professional at 14, everybody thought she was going to win a great big bag full of majors. And it's taken her till she's 29
Yep.
to win a major, but that's to her credit. You know what? It doesn't always work out what people predict. And
Well,
sometimes you've got generational greats like Serena Williams
yeah,
in your way
yep.
and she's had some pretty good players in front of her over the years.
Yep.
It was just a case of getting the monkey off her back, which
Yep.
was a big relief.
Yeah. I wonder where that saying comes from, getting the monkey off
I
his,
don't know.
you know.
It always gives a bit of a visual, doesn't it? It
Yeah.
really,
Like,
really does.
when's
Yeah.
anyone ever had a bloody monkey on your back?
I don't know, but figuratively, it feels like it every day, let me tell you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, yeah. Every day for me, it feels like I've got a monkey on my back, but I've never
Yeah.
actually had one. Do you know what I mean?
No,
Yeah.
no. But I'm not going to rule it out because
No,
life is full of all sorts of different surprises.
tell me.
So she
Yeah.
actually won the tournament as the 19th seed, and she ended up winning the game 6-3, uh, 6-3, 2-6, 7-5.
Yep. Yep.
So it took her 3 sets,
Yep.
and it was just a relief for her. Her last final, because she's been in one final before. Her
Yeah.
one previous to that was 2017,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
which was the US Open. In that one, she actually lost to Sloane Stephens six
Yep.
three, 6-love.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
But the thing with that is that she actually said before this tournament, she said that's haunted her for the longest time, losing that final.
Yeah.
Not because she lost previously in a major final, which is enough to haunt anyone, but she
Yeah.
felt she was actually such a bag of nerves that she felt like she didn't actually play the game.
Yeah.
She more or less took part. And by the time it came to actually playing some tennis, it never actually eventuated because the whole occasion got the better of her. So this has been 8 years in the making of soul searching
And
and getting it.
she did kind of say that she accepted that she'd never win a major. You know, like
Yeah.
I thought that was quite, like that's not the mindset of most tennis players right now at that level. That
No,
okay, I've had my shot. I'm never going to win a major. I'm okay with that. And when I heard her say that, I thought, oh wow, that's quite profound. I'm not. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's a bad thing. But it just was different. It was just nice to hear something different.
I think it was a great thing. I'll
Yeah.
actually go as far as to say I think it actually helped her
Mm,
finally win a major.
yeah.
I say this because now I remember her saying this, I say this because she felt in her heart she'd come to terms with finally being proud of the fact that she had a strong pro career. She
Yep.
might not ever win a major. And
Yep.
if she didn't, then so be it. And the moment she was able to let go of overthinking winning one,
Yep.
she was able to sort of relax herself and mentally try and get there in the end. And she did. So I think it's a wonderful story. She
Yep.
came in as the 19th seed. She beat Sabalenka, who was the number one seed.
Yeah.
And she
Who was
beat,
backing up two or three times in a row? Two.
yeah, she'd won the previous two. So she
Yeah.
was actually going for a
Yeah.
third Oz Open in a
Trifecta.
row.
The trifecta.
Yeah, the trifecta.
Trifecta.
So she's actually won the Australian Open in 2023 and 2024, and
Yep.
she won the US Open last year,
Yep.
Irina Sabalenka. So she'd won 3 majors. For
Yeah.
Madison Keys, it was a first. And I think it's just a good story of perseverance for everyone, particularly underdogs like
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're going to continue to fail.
Yep.
Just stick at the job
Yep.
and never know. You never know. One day you just might have your day.
Yeah.
I haven't had it yet,
Yeah.
but I live in hope.
Yeah. But maybe you and I just need to let go and know that it's never going to happen. Like Madison, we need to
Mate,
take.
I let go a long time ago. I think I let go
Yeah.
47 years ago.
Yeah, me too. I let it go, just
Yeah,
like Frozen or Elsa from Frozen. I let it go.
correct.
Gee.
Let it go.
So
Let it
yeah,
go. There's
that's
Wonder
good.
Woman in all of us. Yeah,
I'm really happy for Madison, Wonder Woman. That's why I'm drinking out of.
so am I. And it really is just a positive, positive story for anyone out
Yep.
there who thinks that they can't do something or can't get there. There's
Yeah.
no guarantee. You
Ah,
still might not ever get there.
no,
But
you're
you
not
know
going.
what?
Yeah.
You might
Well,
and Madison has
yeah,
laid the blueprint for you.
yep. If she
So
can do
chin
it,
up and have
yeah,
a red hot
yeah,
go and
red hot.
fire up your sad sack.
There you go. Yep. All right. Moving on to
Yes.
the men's. I mean, what other sport is am I allowed to say this? Is the men's as exciting as the women? Name another sport. Tick, 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 tick.
I don't know.
None. There you go. Sorry, you said okay to say that. I said it too late. But tennis is the game where the men's is as popular as the women's. There you go. There
Yes,
you
you're
go.
right.
Yeah.
You're right. I had no answer. Correct.
Okay. All right. Hit me. The
Yannick Sinner.
sinner.
Yes. Our 2025 Australian Open winner.
Yep.
Congratulations, Mr. Yannick Sinner.
Yep.
You also got it done in 3 sets, but unlike the women's, that's straight sets in the
Yeah.
men's.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, congratulations. He got that done 6-3, 7-6, 6-3.
Yep.
And we don't often get things right here at the Red Hot Underdogs,
No.
but I'm going to give myself my own pat on the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
If anyone watching or listening to this, go to 16 minutes and 58 seconds of the last episode, and you will see that yours truly predicted Yannick Sinner to win the 2025 Australian Open.
We should have put a blonde bet on it. Hey? Wait, next
Yeah,
time we'll put on that blonde bet. Okay?
I know. Should
But
have
I
been a
mean, it wasn't
gambling
the
man.
underdog. We like to put on the underdog, but next time we'll put a blonde bet on what we say. Okay?
Yeah. So, not the saint, but the sinner
Yep.
won the Australian Open, and he was just going from strength to strength to strength throughout the course of the tournament. You just felt that he had a whole glut of momentum behind him. And
But really, calling Zverev, what's his name? Zverev, Zverev,
Zverev.
Zverev, calling him the saint. I mean, is that okay to call him the saint? Is he the saint? Is he, is he the
I
saint?
was never calling Zverev a saint.
Well,
I
it
was just
sounded like
saying,
because you said not the saint, the sinner one,
yeah,
So
yeah, that's true. That's true. It did sound like it.
Zverev,
But
a saint. That's all I'm asking.
no,
No.
Zverev is just another player on the circuit.
Well, he
So
certainly is just another player.
unfortunately lost the final, which was
Yeah.
unfortunate for him. That's actually the third time he's lost a final in a major,
Yeah.
unfortunately, for
Yeah.
Alexander Zverev. So he actually lost the US Open in 2020. He lost the French
Who
Open
Who to?
final.
Who to?
Sorry?
In 2020, who to lose the final to?
Oh, I don't know. It was 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. Come
I
on,
didn't do
people are tuning in and listening for your knowledge, Drewy.
I I didn't quite do my research on that one.
Yeah, yeah.
French Open's 2024. I believe that was to Carlos Alcaraz,
Oh, yep.
if I'm correct. And obviously 2025 was he lost to Sinner. So it's been a little bit unfortunate for Mr. Zverev.
And the stuff, the taboo thing, that you're not allowed to talk about is he did have two accounts of choking or violence against two different women, correct?
Yeah, look, people mention this and they find a way to say, "Oh, I'm not going for him because of that." All right, that can be part of your narrative. I don't mind it. To be honest, I'm just there to watch the tennis.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
got settled out of court. I wasn't at the court case.
Yeah.
I don't know all the particulars,
Yeah.
nor do I really particularly care, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Okay. Yep. But you did see someone did care when he took the microphone and said something, and there was a screaming spectator in the stand, which was hushed up quite quickly, and yeah. So I mean,
Yeah, look, all of those past domestic violence charges, they've been handled, and I understand some
no
people
pun intended.
they have been. I know, no pun intended.
No pun
And
intended.
listen,
Yeah.
as a father of a newborn,
Yeah.
I'm completely against domestic violence, but
Yeah.
I am all for domestic silence. Your
Silence.
boy sometimes needs some sleep,
Yeah.
some domestic silence.
Yeah, I'd like some domestic silence too. Yeah, it sounds good.
But,
Yeah.
apart from that,
Yeah.
listen, one crazy Fruit Loop in the crowd wanted to make some sort of statement.
Yeah.
She got escorted out of there.
Yeah.
I just don't have the energy to look into players' personal lives. I'm there for the sport.
Yeah.
And just otherwise you end up going down some sort of weird rabbit hole. But for the record, we
Yeah.
don't condone it. And I think for Zverev, he's entitled to, whether he did it or not, which I don't know because, again, I don't know enough about the case. Everybody is entitled to a second chance and
Yeah.
redeem themselves
Third chance.
and
Third chance.
try and rebuild their life.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Look,
Pardon the pun, but we're all sinners.
But yeah, we're all sinners. But I like to talk about it, and I feel that it's taboo and it's not okay to talk about what Zverev did. You know what I mean? And they're not talking about it because there's 1.2 million people that come to the Aussie Open, and they don't want to paint him as that. They want to paint him as the good-looking bloke that's never won.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, no sport is going to go out with a great big neon sign and air all their dirty laundry because they want to get people through the gate.
Yeah.
You want to promote your sport properly.
Mm.
Whether you think that's right or wrong, that can be part of your narrative. I don't mind. But I think most people are just there to watch.
I was going for him too. The reason why I was going for him because I know I've said to you a couple of times, we had the age of the big four winners or big three. And now we've got Sinner and Alcaraz, and I just thought it would be nice being in an age where a lot of people kind of win it and nobody really holds on to, dominating for that long. I thought that sounded quite an exciting world. So that's why I was going for him.
We'll see. Yeah, and this is what I like. I would have quite liked Zverev to have won it and won it for the first time, actually.
Yeah.
But that's Sinner's third major win, so that's good for him. He won US Open in 2024 and the Australian Open in 2024, so he had a big year last year. Now he's won the Australian Open in 2025.
Yep.
So
and he's not a little bit better. He is heads and toes better, isn't he?
Yeah.
Straight
absolutely.
set,
Absolutely.
And also
just one thing.
The
2020 person that he lost to, it's just come to my memory. Dominic Thiem.
Oh, yep, sweet.
Alexander Zverev lost to Dominic Thiem in 2020. So there we go.
Well done. Did you Google that, or that's just
it just came to my head just then when you were rambling on.
Droogle, eh? How's that?
It was like a bit of droogle. It was like that fridge light that flickers on and off. Your part gets something, and occasionally the light just stays on. Stayed on.
Yeah. So and I guess you can't talk about this year's Australian Open without talking about the Joker. He played well. He played awesome. He got in deep as deep can be. And were you watching when he got kicked out? No, he didn't get kicked out. When he came up and he high-fived and he hugged and he said, "That's it." What's a word? He conceded. He gave up. He quit. What's a polite word they use?
Well, it's kind of a difficult one. You see, some people say he quit, but then there are other people on the side of the fence that say, hey, he had a tear in his hamstring, which MRI scans have shown to be correct. He did actually have a tear. The only thing I will say, this is me, and clearly I'm not Novak Djokovic.
But we are Joker fans. We are the Jokers. Yeah.
We are. Yeah. And clearly I'm not Novak Djokovic. But if I was, this is what I would have done.
Clearly you're not.
Clearly
you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be speaking to me. Yeah. Anyway,
correct.
Yeah.
But this is from my personal point of view, because I think it was a bad look when he walked off, when he lost that set, and he walked off on the point where he lost. So here's what I would have done.
Timing, Drew. It
I
was
would have.
bad timing. Very, very bad timing. Smash that. He could have got that smash. He fluffed it, and then
Yeah.
he was gone.
Yeah, the timing was awful. So
Awful.
what I would have done, I would have come out for the next game of the
Yep.
second set,
Yep.
played one game,
One ball.
and then said, that's
Yeah.
it. No, not even one ball. Even if you lose the next game, love 40, and you look terrible, doesn't matter because you're claiming that you're injured anyway.
Mm.
You come out, you play the next game, so you lose 7-6, and then you lose one love in the second set. You say, I'm injured. And then I don't think there'd be as much backlash. I think people got suspicious and snarky because he actually retired after he lost the set point, because then you'd also get other people on the other side of the fence going, well, if you had have won that set point, if you had have won that set, would you have continued?
Yeah.
Which is also a fair argument to say.
Sure he would have. I'm sure he would have, because he's played. I have a feeling, I mean, we don't know. Nobody knows but the Joker. But I have a feeling he has played in more pain than at that particular moment then. Yeah. And
I agree.
yeah.
We've seen him play through pain before.
Yeah.
The guy's won 24 majors and he's won 10 Australian Opens. So I don't think he necessarily deserved to be booed. But what I will say is I can understand the frustration from the crowd, because some people are paying anywhere from $300 up to $1,000 for a seat.
Yeah.
And you only get to see one set.
Yep.
And I just think that maybe in the past we would have seen him continue.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that he's losing his love for tennis a little bit. And I know that Federer and Nadal have retired. I'm also starting to feel it could be about time for Djokovic to throw in the towel, because although he's competing, pardon the pun, even though it fits in nicely, I just get the feeling he's not quite enjoying his tennis as much.
And he's not as hungry as he used to be. It seems
As
like,
the-
you know, and making that hoo-ha over, you know, that goose, you know, reporter,
Tony Jones.
Tony Jones. So you know, sum that up in a second. Like Tony, like it was really a storm in a teacup. It was made a mountain out of a molehill, and he didn't need to do that. The Joker didn't need to do that. But you know, does he always do that? Does he make big things out of nothing? I don't know. I don't think so.
No, I just think that he's getting to a point now where he's probably a little bit fed up with tennis. He's not as in love with it. He's got constant spotlight on him. And I just don't think he enjoys that anymore. If you're enjoying it, you don't mind the pressure and the spotlight. And as you get older, and I'm testament to this, Exhibit A, you get more grumpy, you get a shorter fuse. You become more of a pain in the ass to listen to.
In the ass. Yes.
So, you know. So for all of those people that find me a monumental pain in the ass, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Red Line.
Like and subscribe for this pain in the ass, you know.
Correct. So
it's true though.
But like, even if he had have got through, I just think the momentum that Sinner had, and Sinner played so well in that final. As hard as Zverev played, he was never in it, and Sinner was always in control, one step ahead. Just the play, the crisp shots. He stayed fit throughout the tournament. If one player had all the momentum going for him in this tournament, it was Jannik Sinner.
But, you know, do you think if the Joker was there, he could have done it?
I'll say this. If anyone could have, maybe he could have, but I don't think he would.
If anyone could have, it was the Joker. But
I'm going to preface this, but I don't think he would have.
Yeah. Because, well, we spoke about that in the 16th minute of last episode. You said you reckon Sinner will take it, and you're right. There you go. You're right. So
Sinner is young and hungry, and I'm sorry, but the great boxer Marvin Hagler once said, sometimes once you start sleeping in silk sheets, you lose your hunger.
Yeah,
And
he's
that's
sleeping in.
what
Djokovic is sleeping
Jock
in
still.
I can't even say
Silk sheets
silk sheets, and he's
and
eating
silk
too much.
pajamas.
Yep, and
Yep.
too much caviar. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
too
yeah,
much caviar, gluten
yeah.
free, vegan caviar. You know,
The whole prawns and oysters deal. But one thing I will say is that
vegan caviar. Yeah.
the amount of actual crisp whip and slice and speed that
Mm.
Sinner gets out of his shots is amazing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's all in the wrist. He provides the perfect shot from his
Yeah.
wrist.
Yeah.
And that's not R-rated talk, that's tennis talk.
The top spin. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like he
Yes.
just smashes it so hard, and those like the drop shots that he does, you know,
Yes.
they are
Yes.
just game changers. He really is that much better. When he played the Demon, I mean, we watched that. Like really,
Yeah.
that was like looking at you
Mm.
play, you know, play a
Djokovic.
professional. Do you know? Like
Yeah,
it really was. Like it was
that's
that much
true.
difference. The Demon wasn't even in it for like 4 seconds. Like not even 1 minute you thought, oh, the Demon can win this. Like the
Yeah.
get go, it was all over. And you know,
Unfortunately, our Obi-Wan Kenobi
yeah,
player got absolutely blasted
yeah,
out of the Star Wars
yeah, he
stratosphere.
was not decapitated. You know, there's a lot of limbs being taken off with Star Wars. Yeah, he was sliced in half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sinner was Darth Vader,
yep.
and he made Obi-Wan Kenobi his little son because every baby has a daddy. So,
Yeah, yeah,
unfortunately, that got progressively worse for him, that
yeah,
actual match.
yeah,
He lost that 6-3, 6-2, 6-1.
yeah,
And if you're Demon or you know it's a bad
yeah,
sign
yeah,
when people in the stadiums are starting to leave their seat to go
yeah,
to the car park.
yeah,
There were
yeah,
like vacant seats.
yeah.
People going, I've got to get to work tomorrow.
Yeah, people looking at their phones, they're like, "Oh
Yeah.
God, check my email." It was pretty unwatchable, wasn't it? It really was.
Oh, it was terrible. I
But
probably,
yeah,
yeah,
he's there. He's still the best Aussie. It's just that someone is that much better, and
it's hard.
there is a big chance he gets a shot at, uh, uh, an open final. The
Yeah,
the chance.
he even said it himself, and he was very honest in his post
Yeah.
match interview. He said, I've still got a long way to go.
Yep.
Unfortunately, now for him,
Yep.
okay, so he's got a lot of potential because he
Yep.
got whipped. So there's
Yeah.
a lot he can draw on and
Yeah.
improve.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
unfortunately, the ledger between him and Mr. Sinner is
Yeah.
Sinner 10, Demon or 0 in their head to
Yeah,
head.
yeah. Come on, you got to give him point something. Zero point.
Yeah, maybe one day, maybe if he brings a gun out onto the court,
Oh
I
my
don't
God. He's
know.
no. He really.
Maybe shoot him in the leg so he's got a limp.
Oh, he
I
had
don't
the
know.
then. He could beat Cena with one leg, I'm sure. Yeah.
But it was a very successful tournament.
Yeah.
And I actually really, really loved it this
Really
year.
enjoyed it. Yep. Yep.
And I'm just so happy for a lot of the stories. I think Madison Keys was the best story. 10 minutes to go. I
10
got
minutes
to,
to go, and I feel like we've done it. We've done it. We've done
yeah,
the
yeah.
Australian Open. That's it.
It was an awesome, awesome tournament.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah.
The Red Hot Underdog Award went to Miss Keys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So persevere and you could get there, unlike ourselves.
Yeah.
We're still trying, but maybe one day.
Well, that's tennis, Drewy. Do you want to talk about something else? Do you want to finish early? What do you want to do?
Yeah, well, there's a bit of Big Bash tonight. You
Oh,
like the
okay,
Big
yeah,
Bash?
yeah. But like, what can we say about that? The Hobart Hurricanes are in Hobart,
Yes,
and I'll be
yes.
watching it, because
I'd like Hobart to win it.
yeah,
Tasmania don't have too much to cheer about down
nothing.
there.
They got nothing to cheer about.
Let's
Absolutely
be
nothing.
honest. They've
Yeah.
got the Hobart Hurricanes. They
Yeah.
do have the Jack Jumpers
Jack
who have
Jumpers and
won
the Hobart
an
Hurricanes.
NBL title.
And
So,
yeah,
you
yep.
know, they're
So
gradually building. They're
building,
also getting an AFL team in, I believe, 2027.
that's huge. But can
I think
you be honest? Are they ever going to win a grand final? Are they ever going to win? You know, in that Aussie rules, that I think is, if that happens in our lifetime, I will be shocked. Absolutely.
I just think they're following my main life motto.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah. They're
I think
there.
they're
Yeah.
just happy to be there.
Just happy to.
And
Mm.
you never know, it'll never happen. But I'd love one day for them to have an NRL side.
Oh.
That won't happen. Just to complete the set. That would be absolutely terrible. But I would love it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, they've suffered having no sporting teams for years in lots of sports. So that's why I'm going for the Hurricanes
Yeah.
tonight.
Go the Hurricanes.
Because usually I'm a Sixers man. Unfortunately, they've been knocked out. They
But
got knocked out.
they're playing a Sydney team, Sydney Thunder.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not so big on the Thunder.
Yeah.
I like it's not a reflection of my sexual orientation, but I
Yeah.
like the men in pink.
Yeah, you like
Um,
them in pink. Yeah. You're
yeah,
more of a pink.
I'm a
But
big Sixers man.
you're a pink guy, not a Thunder guy.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
But so that's the situation there. Best of luck for the Thunder. We
Mm.
also have some other news in boxing.
Ah,
Tim Tszyu looks as though he might be coming back in April.
I did send that to you too. I didn't actually read that article. I just scanned it, said something about Zoo. What did it say? So, what's the news on Zoo?
Well, he looks like he's going to fight American journeyman Joey Spencer.
Here
Now,
in Sydney.
I believe here, yes.
Yep.
Now, if he doesn't beat Joey Spencer, then I'm sorry, but it's almost time to pack up the gloves and go
Really?
to Centrelink and
Ah,
get
ah.
a job with Stavros in the fish and chip shop.
No, but let's be honest. Let's just start with him losing that. So, who is this opponent? Zoo's fighting who? Who is he?
He's an American. I believe his record is something like 20 wins and one loss, but he
Oh, that
has
doesn't
fought.
sound bad.
It doesn't sound bad on the surface, but if you look at his boxing record, he's fought a cavalcade of absolute bums and tomato cans, Mr. Joey Spencer. Pool cleaners, pizza men,
Bricklayer.
garbage men, street sweepers.
Well, bricklayers got to be better than tomato lickers. Did you say tomato lickers or tomato what?
Tomato cans.
Tomato cans. Well,
Yeah.
at least a bricklayer lifts up bricks, but a tomato can doesn't even have hands. Yeah.
No, he doesn't even have hands. That's why you should beat them.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
defenseless.
yeah.
But
wait,
I
listen.
think
So he's fighting a nobody. He's bringing a nobody to Australia to fight this nobody. That's good. Yeah. Is that
a
good?
nobody with the whitest name in the history of man, Joey Spencer. He sounds like a main character from one of those college university comedy movies in America.
Yeah.
He should absolutely blow through this guy. If he doesn't, I think
Well, let's say if
to
he
be some
doesn't.
serious questions, but
Yeah.
he will because it's a gimme and he's got to do the rebuild. The thing I'm angry at, they're putting it as pay-per-view. Hang your head in shame, Australia. Hang your head in shame, No Limit Promotions. You need to give a freebie to the Australians on this one.
Yeah, he's not going to get a lot of people tuning in for that.
No, and he shouldn't.
Yeah.
And he's lost one here. I'm not tuning in for it.
Yeah.
If it's pay-per-view, that should just be on free-to-air Fox.
Okay, well, we'll definitely cover it in the Red Hot Underdogs,
Yes.
right? We'll
Yes, I'll watch it. I'll watch it on YouTube and save my $50.
Yep.
Because I think that's terrible. Like, people have invested their time in both of his world title fights, okay? And he lost both, and that's fine. But this is a very much a lower ground park rebuild match. This is bum central, and you're expecting people to fork out $50 for it. It's just not good enough from Boxing Australia.
But I know I've kind of said this 3 or 4 times. If Tszyu loses, do
Yeah.
you think he will not fight again, or do you think, like, you actually think he will not fight
I
again?
think he'll fight again, but I think he'll probably go even lower on the totem pole in order to get a win and not lose 4 in a row. In fact, I think I'll be in negotiations to fight him at the Manly Vale Bingo Hall,
There's
and
a
we
lot of
will
people.
see how that goes.
So
I will
actually,
petition for bigger gloves.
if he does lose to this tomato can, then he's going to drop even further for the next one.
And I think Kostya will be saying, I do not have a son.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll all come out in the wash. There's a bit of pressure on
Yeah.
Timmy boy, but
What
he's
about
had time to
Nikita? Will
think.
Nikita be in that lineup at all? Like, will he be an
Oh,
underdog,
look,
or should Nikita be, the main draw now? Like, who's bigger now? Who's bigger, Drew?
the only one that's big in Australian boxing now is Jai Opetaia.
Yeah. Well,
But I
is,
think
is he going to happen? Like, well, not is he going to, but he's not going to be in this, you know?
no, I think with Nikita, I think they're bringing him along a little bit slower than they did Tim because his defense is a bit more suspect.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
seems to block a lot of punches with his face, unfortunately. For as much as I like Nikita, is a very exciting fighter, much more exciting than Tim. I think he's maybe capable of bringing in more pay-per-views, provided he keeps winning because his
Yeah.
style is fan-friendly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do worry for him when he steps up to more of the elite level because for
Well,
mine, he takes far too many punches.
he's due a fight. It's been too long, right?
He is due a fight. He's been plagued by injury and whatnot, and he needs to get his act into gear. And I believe that there's one coming up. I'll need to actually research that, but
Okay. Yep.
he needs to get his act into gear because I think it's been over a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So,
since then, his brother Tim's gone from hero to zero.
yeah, poor Timmy boy. He's been on the psychologist couch, just gradually baby steps. Hopefully he can beat Mr. Joey Spencer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's tennis,
Yes.
Big Bash,
Yes.
boxing,
Boxing.
and
Yes.
1 minute to go.
Yeah. So all I want to say is
Happy Australia Day. Happy Australia Day.
Happy Australia Day, everyone.
Yeah.
Congratulations, all the winners.
Yeah.
Madison Keys, Yannick Sinner.
Yep.
Well done. Good luck for the Hobart Hurricanes tonight.
Luck.
And Timmy, we're behind you.
We're behind you, but we're not watching. We're not forking out $50.
Not for a man called Joey Spencer. It sounds like an Uber driver or a white collar rich kid.
We're behind you as long as we don't have to spend any money.
Yeah, it's just not happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
We appreciate the offer. It's a case of thanks, but no thanks.
Thanks, but no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. Would rather spend it at the bingo hall and look for your next opponent there.
Correct. It's like when I asked people to like and subscribe. Thanks, but no thanks.
No thanks. Yeah. We actually did get one last episode. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Very good.